Alright, here are some ideas I've had. This is kind of a sequel to the other video where I told you about some other ideas I have. Alright, so this idea is a mixture of, I guess you can say, Fallout and Red Dead Redemption. Let me explain. It's not like the game. It's not like it's not the stories of Red Dead Redemption or Fallout. It's the setting and themes. Now, what that means is basically, whenever there's a nuclear apocalypse story, okay, it's always either it takes place like maybe literally right after the apocalypse happens, or maybe a couple years after. It's usually about the people rising out of the bunkers, looking at the ashes, trying to survive what little they had, fighting off against mutants or crazy people. Other times you got stories like the Fallout games, like New Vegas, where yes, it is post apocalypse, but you see society rebuilding. Okay, you got towns, cultures, countries, governments, that kind of thing coming into play, but there's still a bunch of mutants and roaming gangs of drugged up fiends and whatever. Okay, and then Red Dead. Now, see, the whole thing about Red Dead Redemption is that it's a Wild West game, but it isn't about the glory days of the Wild West like you see in the spaghetti westerns with Clint Eastwood, like the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, that kind of thing. It's about the dying West, okay, the waning days of outlaws and how they're slowly being and they're slowly being and they're slowly becoming a dead species as civilization and modernization moves further out west to the Pacific. Okay, so my proposition is a story where where it's a post apocalyptic story, but it takes place maybe like a millennia or two after the actual apocalypse. Okay, society has been rebuilt, has risen from the ashes, and has built a new world from those ashes. Okay, there are new countries, new governments. Some focusing on old world values, some focusing on new world values. Okay, stuff like that. Okay, but those roaming bands of bandits and raiders all hyped up on Psycho and Jet. Okay, giant mutants roaming around, killing anybody who gets into their territory. They're all mostly gone. Okay, like the like okay like I don't know okay. So you have the whole raider gangs, and they're all mostly gone, all situated into small cells. They're slowly being hunted, arrested, killed off by whatever Neo America that has risen. And in the story follows either one of those raiders, okay, as they walk around with their jury rigged hunting rifle, as him and his gang try to continue their lives of going around towns, burning, raping, or shit like that. Okay, but they're still being hunted down by the neo the Great Lakes Union or whatever kind of country has formed from the ashes. Okay, or you could play as a member of the Great Lakes Union hunting down the last of the raider gangs. Yeah, and it's just that basically that's it. I want a story where it's like the mixtures of the settings and themes of Fallout and Red Dead Redemption. Okay, of a dying instead of a dying west, you got a dying wasteland where the crazy coked up lunatics and giant mutants are slowly being driven to extinction. Just an interesting idea. Yeah. So that's a little idea I have. Anybody watching this video can, you can take the story if you want. Just You can make your own story out of this idea. Just give me credits, at least. I don't have to take royalties. Just I don't know, put it somewhere like credit to Jason Hassenfuss for the idea or something like that. Yeah.